Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at another truck in my air quotes Forgotten Trucks series. Now, I know right off the bat that this is going to be something that a lot of people are going to say, wait a minute, that's not a forgotten truck at all. But let me explain. So this truck is John Hot Rod's Fun Runner, or rather the Fun Runner Max, or at least this one is, but they come in the same pack. So I just call them all the Fun Runner. Now, one of the biggest things about this truck is while, yes, it did receive a considerable amount of downloads, it's still kind of been, aside from a couple of other vehicles, it's not been one of John Hot Rod's more popular vehicles. And even when it first came out, while people did enjoy it, it was definitely not necessarily the top of its numbers. So I wanted to look back at this truck because it was a truck that I personally had a lot of fun with right when it first released. And I kind of continued to have a lot of fun with it as time went on. But it was a truck that a lot of people didn't seem to either use or really want to see getting used. But before we do any more rambling on, let's go ahead and just see what this thing is capable of when you throw it into some mud. And needless to say, it's kind of, I mean, yes, it's very overpowered in the grand scheme of the game, but I feel like, oh my God, I feel like it kind of surpasses the need for, you know, worrying about game balance because it's literally a Tonka truck. Get it lined up. Oh, it does that weird, like, slide around thing, like when you throw it into high. Excuse me. Oh no! Oh, my axle got caught in it and it almost like stalled me out. So as long as you don't get the axles themselves physically caught and tied up in things, you're fine. Don't worry about it. It's literally fine. If you could let go of me, that would be grand. That would be so good. Let's see if we can redeem ourselves by going back over the Chevy without getting stuck on it. It goes so much better when you don't get stuck. Now, I will say, in the real world, I would definitely worry a lot more about driving over those spiked wheels because there's a chance they could pop these tires, but the rubber on this is probably so thick that it would never even matter. Now for this one, honestly, it's probably just going to cruise through it. I don't even think it's going to even struggle. Let's see what we can do. Oh my God! A little bit of first-person action as well. It's honestly not bad at all, and we're still in high. I also still can't get over how simple the dash is. It's just literally an arrow pointing to slow or fast. And really, so far, I haven't come across anything that I would even consider to be a challenge for this thing. It's got genuinely so much grip that you have to be careful where you're turning because it basically won't slide at all. It's just grip the entire time. And that's what happens when you send it a bit too hard. And now that we've lined ourselves up a little bit better, let's try that one more time. Why with the accidental reverse? That happens to me way too much. It's still doing it in automatic though. It still doesn't really even care. It's like, yeah, I mean, we can get it done no problem. Why are you even worried about it? I'm just gonna keep going. Like, don't even worry about the pond either. I honestly doubt we're going to even find anything on this map that's going to sink it. Although there are some really gnarly ones across the creek, so... God, it's just like... It's like it doesn't even feel the gravity. It's just like, okay, we're fine. Like, don't even worry about it. Yeah, it just cruises. It's so incredibly comfortable. Like, I don't know how physically comfortable it would be. It's probably extremely stiff on the suspension side of things, but in terms of, like, its own comfort driving through mud obstacles, I don't think you can really even fault it. Like, it was like, what, less than 30 seconds to do all of those? Oh, I know what we're gonna do with it now. Oh, this is gonna be just pure chaos. Come on. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh! Don't even worry about it. Small winch catch, and you're literally just fine. That's small winch catch. That's literally all you need. Oh, if you could, like, not stall on me, that would be just grand. I still need to try it on the power lines, though. The power lines might be just a little too much for it. Honestly, if it gets through the power lines, no problem. I would just say, like, throw a bunch of couches in it and rent it out as, like, mud bog tours. That's like... I'm sorry, are you... Are you kidding me? Y'all, I've never even tried this here before, and it's like it doesn't even care. It's like it's literally like, oh, okay, that's might as well be a sandbox. Honestly, I could probably just turn it around and do it again. And as a matter of fact, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Although, screw my turning circle. Because I basically don't have one. It's like 3 miles wide. It's genuinely so incredibly ridiculous. And it's also entirely worth noting that for all of that, I didn't take it out of high. I left it in high the entire time. I only put it back into automatic after all of the power line bog. That's like, you never see stuff that does that. Now this will bog it out in high, because this is some of the worst mud in the entire game. I don't know why it's like specifically right here, out of all places. I don't know why like right here specifically it's that bad, but I'm not gonna argue with it. I just know that right there in the middle. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on. So, I'm not quite sure how to say this except for the fact that that was the first thing I've ever actually driven through there successfully in high range almost the entire time. But hopefully if y'all have never tried this thing before, you'll end up leaving this video with a new truck to give it, you know, maybe take out for a run. And if y'all would like to see more, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time. Also, I don't think I could do this parking again if I tried, and bumping up the wheel speed is not going to make us go any faster. Honestly, this is probably the part where you would just turn the cruise control on and read a book. Or you could just, you know, you could turn the cruise control on, lay down across your comfortable-ish plaid upholstered seat, You could honestly probably just about fix dinner for Beans as well.